Hey guys, I just thought I'd give my thoughts because it's kind of hard to explain myself over Twitter or Facebook or Reddit, and I feel as if what I say would get lost in that. So basically, I feel that what Jatt said was completely fine. I mean, not in the sense. I think criticizing a player is completely fine, and I think that's okay. Like, he was completely justified to do that, and I actually agree with him in the fact that I think Balls is honestly sucked all season, and I think he had a terrible Gauntlet performance outside of the one game that he played against Quas where he played Rumble, and it was Rumble versus Nara matchup, which is actually a matchup favored towards Rumble in the first place, and Quas also played the lane terribly on top of that, so outside of that one instance, I don't think Balls has played very well, so I think that the criticism is very justified. However, when you try to determine somebody's skill or put any type of correlation with somebody's skill with the solo queue game, it's like trying to compare how somebody did in a pickup basketball game to how they would do in like a professional NBA match or something. Like, that's how badly the correlation is. In solo queue, you're basically how a lot of pros go into solo queue, I feel like, is solo queue is an environment that is there to practice matchups, practice mechanics, practice counter picking, and practice communicating through pings and things like that. Like, people treat solo queue in different ways, and they use it as a different training environment in different ways as well. Like, some people play a lot of solo queue and get better. Some people play a little bit of solo queue and get better. Some people just don't even play solo queue at all. Like, I've seen all sorts of different pros do all sorts of different things. I think as long as you're putting in the minimum 2 scrim hour blocks, which would be like 8 to 10 games a day, and you're just watching POVs and you're studying the game and doing all that nonsense, I don't really think solo queue even really has much of a purpose, to be honest, once you become a pro player. So that's why I made my opinion that, or I said my opinion that what Jatt said is wrong. It's because you can't really correlate anything. You can't really correlate skill at all based on solo queue. Like, half the fucking people, like, let's look at the people that are top of the ladder here. Like, who do we got on top of the ladder? We got like Keith McBreath and stuff, and like Steelback, like Apollo Price. A lot of people say like Wiz Fuji's like Apollo's not that good from TIP. Steelback, like, he got benched from Fnatic. Like, Keith McBreath can't even stay on a team. Like, I'm not doing this to insult these people. It's just like, these are the people that are at the top of the ladder, and they're like hungriest to try hard. And you know why these people at the top of the ladder? Because they're trying to get, well, outside of Apollo, they're trying to get on a team. They're trying to get on an LCS team. They're trying to prove themselves. They're trying to show something. That's like the main reason why people get high elo in the first place, the majority of the time. They want to be like, hey man, I put this time in and I played these games and I got high rank on the ladder. Because it takes a lot of time to get rank 1. Like, I guarantee all these people in top 50 are probably good enough to get rank 1, but they just don't want to put the games in. Like, look at this. Keith has a lot of fucking games on this account. I mean, he plays probably a dozen games a day minimum, 15 games a day minimum to get in and get that rank 1. That's why I just think solo queue is a terrible determining factor of how good somebody is. Like, it's basically just it's like a time sink at that. Like, and a lot of the things that you do to get high elo and to rank up are not things that you would do in competitive play at all. Like, I'm sure that Balls could just sit there and play Rumble every single game and go up any, like, I'm pretty sure if he started playing Rumble in Diamond 2, that he would go up to fucking Masters or Challengers super fucking easy. Like, that's his champion. Like, that's easily his best champion, right? And I'm sure he knows all the matchups and he can do everything with that. But does that really teach him anything? Or does he really practice any of the meta champions that he needs to play? Like, look at what Balls played in the Gauntlet. He didn't play a single meta champion outside of Malcat, which is arguably, like, not even that meta anymore because they nerfed him and, yeah, all that shit. But so probably Balls is just, I mean, I haven't looked at his match history because whatever, but he's probably he's trying to learn champions that are in the meta and stuff like that. And that's why it's so stupid, is that he's sitting there probably trying to learn like Fiora, Olaf, like Gangplank, like all that shit. He's trying to learn these champions, and he probably is like not that experienced in those champions, and he's trying to learn all the matchups, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's not moving up in elo so fast. And that's why I think it's ridiculous that Jatt would come out and criticize his solo queue ranking for that, because like, I don't really think it's like that bad if you're like low elo. If you're like Diamond 2, like, who gives a crap? Like, it doesn't mean that, as long as he's showing up in scrims and his teammates think he's playing well, which Sneaky thinks he's playing well, like he defended him. Like, Jack thinks he's playing well, he defended him. Like, as long as you believe, like, your teammates believe in you and they believe you're playing well and you believe in yourself, then it doesn't matter like what your solo queue rank is. It doesn't mean shit. And then on top of that, people brought up the Chaox situation where it's like, I say Chaox isn't even challenger, so he doesn't belong in this team. Well, that was like 20% of the reasons why I didn't put him on the team. And it wasn't really about his rank, it was about his effort that he was putting into the game. Like, when I did see him in solo queue, he wasn't really, like, shining or doing anything that crazy. And he also, in scrims, like, he was just whatever. It wasn't even, like, anything that impressive. But the reason why I brought up the challenger thing is, you're a player that is unteamed, unshown, like, Chaox's position. Like, you aren't on a team right now, you know? You haven't been on a team since, like, Season 2 LCS, whatever the fuck. Or I think Season 3? Yeah, Season 3. Season 3 LCS. And he's trying out for a team, he's unproven, he's unshown. So, I want to see, like, what he can do, you know? Like, look at, this is what I'm saying. Like, look, Keith McBreath and Steelback here, they're like, let me show you what I can do. Like, it's like their way of shining. And he just didn't want to put in that, he didn't want to show that he wants to work hard. Like, that was the main reason why I brought up the solo queue thing. Like, these players have shown that they want to work hard, and they want to put the games in and the time and invest the effort. Whereas Chaox in his situation didn't. And then, yeah, it's just, that's pretty much like how that situation is. Anyways, this video is like pretty stupid, but I don't know, I thought I'd just like clear that up. Thanks for watching, guys.